If you aim to have the latest VR headset in your entertainment arsenal, the Oculus Quest 2 is the way to go. It's a direct successor to the popular standalone Quest, and it builds on a number of the best qualities of the original. Here's everything you need to know about the Oculus Quest 2. While the new headset looks similar to the Oculus Quest in many ways, the differences certainly offer reasons to consider an upgrade. We'll touch on everything you could ever wonder about the setup, from controllers to comfort, and much more. Ready to alter your reality? Let's get started. The boosted resolution and buttery smooth refresh rate point to one use above all else is for the sake of games. Of course, it also helps that the Quest 2 will be the go-to platform as many new games launch over the year. You can dig into the Oculus Store for the best games around, and you should have more than enough storage space on the 64GB model anyway. We'll jump into games more in a later section, but know that Oculus announced a whole host of titles along with its new headset. If gaming isn't your favorite, there's still plenty of reason to pick up an Oculus Quest 2. The Quest 2 is your best bet if you want to explore sunken shipwrecks or interact with elephants on an African safari. You can even strap in for a concert or a live comedy show thanks to the Oculus Venues lineup. Oculus largely kept the same touch controllers from the original Quest, though they're slightly larger around the tracking ring. It may not make a big difference if you have larger hands, but the change could cause problems for small-handed users. Overall, the design and button layout should feel comfortable and familiar. The touch controllers still mirror one another, and the tracking ring still overlaps with your thumb for a smaller overall profile. They also only require 1AA battery apiece. At first glance, the new hotness doesn't look that much different than the original Quest. One is black, the other white, but there are a number of updates waiting just under the surface. For starters, the new Quest 2 packs a powerful Snapdragon XR2 processor, 90Hz display, and 6GB of RAM. The original Quest, on the other hand, is stuck at 4GB of RAM with a maximum of 128GB of storage. It doesn't hurt that the new Quest 2 is more affordable than the original 2. It's lighter, supports just as many games, and allows for up to 256GB of storage. The Quest 2 even jumps from 1440 by 1600 pixels per eye up to 1832 by 1920. It's not a clean sweep, however, as the Quest is the only model to pack true blacks thanks to the OLED display. You won't need a Facebook account to set up your Quest. A new Meta account and accompanying Meta Horizon profile will need to be made and can optionally be linked with Facebook or Instagram accounts. All you have to do is charge the Quest 2, update the firmware, and download the Oculus app. Once you're ready to power up your headset, the next step is to map out your play space. You'll have to redraw your room every time you change spaces, but it's all to keep you from running into the walls while you play. The Quest 2 features built-in headphones, but you may want to invest in a good pair of your own for better playback. So start saving up. The world of virtual reality gaming is constantly growing, with the Oculus Quest 2 ranking as the most popular and easiest way to explore VR these days. Whether you're looking to play some of the best games the Quest 2 has to offer or just want to explore the wider world of VR, you're in for a great experience. If you're wondering what's next on the horizon, you're in luck as we've assembled a sizable list of what you can expect to play over the next few months. If you enjoyed Jurassic World Aftermath and Part 2 but wish you'd been able to fight the dinosaurs rather than sneak around them, Primal Hunt could be the indie dinosaur hunting simulator for you. Armed with your bow and a variety of arrow types and traps, you'll traverse 10 maps filled with 26 types of dinosaurs, many with cybernetic implants to add to the challenge. It's not exactly Horizon Call of the Mountain with its quest-level graphics, but the 20-hour game should give you plenty to do if you prefer action and open-world adventure to a more guided experience. This game is set out to release on January 19, 2023. Since the release of modern VR headsets in 2016, gamers have wished for a VR remake of Valve's classic Portal games. While Valve has yet to deliver, one other developer seems brave enough to do the same. Warp Lab takes the Portal concept from Portal and adds in sentient beings, guns, and a host of other environmental challenges that attempt to not only bring Portal in VR but to one-up its action sequences with plenty of unique ones of its own. This thrilling game is set out to release in spring 2023. Peaky Blinders: The King's Ransom is inspired by the award-winning Netflix gangster drama starring Cillian Murphy as gang leader Tommy Shelby. The VR experience will be produced by digital entertainment studio Maze Theory, which previously made Mask Maker and video games based on the Doctor Who franchise. We just have to appreciate how atmospheric the game is, sticking close to the show's visual aesthetic and using the show's actual actors to voice in-game characters. It's a story-heavy experience that allows players to choose their own path in various moments of subversion, wish fulfillment, narrative intrigue, and gripping set pieces. Peaky Blinders: The King's Ransom is set out to release in April 2023. This brings us to the question, is the Oculus Quest 2 still worth buying in 2023? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.